to settle this at last.
I live here, but I'm a terrible Canadian. I don't follow any stereotype. I don't watch hockey. I don't maple syrup.
Do you understand how
listen to
bad
Drake?
here is?
You don't like hockey?
No.
What about Justin Bieber? Isn't he Canadian?
Guys, please don't talk about him. We do not talk about him.
I'm a fan. Not gonna
You're
lie.
a fan? Please leave. Log off.
John,
Log off.
Yo, has anyone been watching like, Log Horizon?
What happened?
What?
Has anyone been watching like Log Horizon or like following that at all?
Yeah, that's my shit, dog.
I finished it, but I'm not really into the like MMORPG animes like dot hack and stuff.
I thought that
and Sword Art Online. I don't really. It's not my thing because I don't play them.
Word. I kind of thought that like it did a good job of sticking to like the core MMO feel.
Yes, but at the same time, it doesn't feel. Where's the action? I mean, it's still an MMO.
Wait, can someone compare that to Sword Art Online for me? Because I haven't followed either.
All right, yeah, I'll go that.
I heard Log Horizon's like the best of them. Like it does. It's like they did it right.
Yeah, because like the way with Log Horizon, like the way it works is like
They did.
It's you don't die and fucking like you're just dead for life like in SAO like you die and you lose part of your memory so you like feel like you're an NPC for the rest of like your in-game life, which is I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Concept.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, for Log Horizon, I like how they did with the mechanics, like how the game really works and everything, but we never really got to see them in action.
It was like a legit.
I mean, yeah, there were a couple of. I mean, like the
Goblin art, the Goblin King art. I was expecting so much from that.
Well, they're making a season 2.
Yeah, they're making a season 2, but like
it's got like 4 ongoing manga, right?
It's a light novel.
Yeah, there's so many mangas ongoing for it too. I read like 5 of them, but they're all like 4 like chapters in.
Word. But like the difference between that and like SAO is that SAO was just like it had too many plot holes. Like it was just
What do you mean?
Well, I never checked out the light novel, so I don't know. I was gonna read it, but I don't know if I care enough.
I mean, just like on the logic
standpoint, light novels were pretty good compared to the like. I can see why a lot of the Sao haters really hated the anime because they really didn't do the light novels justice.
Well, the light novels are pretty graphic. I read a line from there where Kirito and Asuna together. I'm like, yeah, this is why this shouldn't be in the show.
Oh,
Are you
I
talking
heard about that.
6.5? That's not part of the real. It's
no, the light novels. Like in the first volume, like they're having the you know what, and there was like a gross line that even I didn't want to read in it.
A tea party.
The problem with like anime though is like there's so many dudes that are just like, yo, like this fucking like nudes wave exploded out of nowhere.
Oh man,
yeah, it's kind of annoying to be honest.
Yeah, dude, like I was having a normal conversation with a girl and this homie like hopped in and was like, yo, send the nudes, and I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Like I'm in this squad 4 chat, like you know the music squad.
Yeah.
Like we're in this kit group, right? And because like we're meant to be working on this guild tape. And literally not one bar has been spat. It's always just been like, oh yeah, this bitch tried curve me, I reverse curve. And then she was on and so like,
bruh, that's serious.
I've had to press like these dudes in there because that's all they fucking talk about.
It's become like an epidemic and I don't know who started it and I don't know how it started, but like it's funny like, but there's a threshold, you know. Like I can only see dodging the curve like Naruto picture 3 times.
No. Curve needs to be a banned word. Like that needs to just get taken out the game.
Yeah, like I didn't even know that was like a thing for rejection. I thought it was just like
I definitely googled that.
I don't even know that. I had to
You guys
look.
were
I
talking
had to
about
look.
parabolas and shit.
I had to look up with goat fence.
Where I got it by contact.
Yeah.
Well, Goda knew from Fight Night because
I didn't know that.
Because they used to call Muhammad Ali the GOAT. They used to say that, so that's why I knew that.
I'm like, what is GOAT? Like greatest of all time? I'm like, oh okay.
Yeah, I had to look up GOAT. I did.
Oh, greatest.
Yeah, a lot of people have like. I feel like I'll be in the WeChat sometimes. Well, I used to be in the guild WeChat, and people will be like, there were a couple girls in there, and people have like no respect for women. They like pretty sexist.
Guild people have no game whatsoever. Like,
and it makes
like, oh fuck.
They're always asking for news. They have no respect for like they're gonna scare off women, future like female members in the.
Shut up! That was me, Kyle. That was me. I was one of them.
See, if I ever did that to my girlfriend, she'd
You're
kick
one of the
my
women
ass.
that were scared off.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like a couple of girls have left the guild. I'm pretty sure.
That's good because of me.
That's the problem. Because
it's funny to like
we're kind of unwelcoming sometimes.
It's just you don't make fun of a girl, like, period. That's just it.
No, I make fun of girls.
I mean, you don't. If they didn't do anything, you don't degrade them.
Yeah, exactly.
I make fun of like everybody, including myself. But I just
everybody.
I will find you on Twitter and I will hunt you down.
No one is safe.
Girls are just.
But it's just
Yeah,
like,
I don't even know what to say.
Wait. Let's hear it from a girl's perspective. Go.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, I'm joking.
Have the floor, man.
Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, it just depends because girls are like really sensitive, but at the same time, they want a bunch of attention from people. So, like, if they get the wrong attention, they're gonna try and put you on blast. Yeah. And it's just so annoying because it's like.
This is why I'm not getting a girlfriend sooner.
It's like.
Is that why?
I don't even know.
Like to me, I
go with my
with a girl that I couldn't like take the piss out of, sort of thing. Like literally, like the girlfriend I have right now, she abuses me more than I abuse her. It's not fair, but I like it that way. I don't know. I'm in some weird shit. I'm not gonna go into this, but you know, SDs.
Okay, like my problem, anime Twitter problem is I'll try to use satire on like the anime Twitter girls. So I'll be like, anime Twitter girls. My favorite anime is Attack on Titan, Inuyasha, Natalia. I love
why we're getting blocked, Kyle.
Natalia fangirls are nuts.
Like, Natalia wasn't that good to me. Like,
it was okay, except those fangirls are freaking crazy.
Crazy.
Like, I want to like smack a bitch crazy.
Like
they're all like, oh, Greece. I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Italy.
How the?
They're not as bad as the free fan girls.
They get mad. They get mad at me.
These anime Twitter girls will make yaoi out of anything. Like they'll find the slightest connection between like two male characters and then.
Like, oh, in this episode they walked past each other. They definitely are in love.
Oh my
now.
god, they're definitely gonna fuck each other in the ass.
I hate that.
I'm not a yaoi fangirl whatsoever.
I respect you for that.
I don't know. I've never understood it. It's like
I see weird couples sometimes. I'm like, why would these people be together?
Yeah, exactly. Like and part of the reason why Attack on Titan isn't really that good to me is because of the yaoi shit. Like they'll be shipping Eren and Levi, and I'm like, whoa, can you chill for a second?
Levi's a bitch. To like feed him.
Seriously, there's a fucking war going on.
Put it in the box.
Shipping them too.
Girls are irritating.
See, I think like one of my favorite series is Kirk on the Basket, right?
And there's so much yellow. There's so much.
Dude, that was pretty gay. That was pretty gay. That was pretty gay.
There's like one semi-gay moment. And you know they're not gay.
Man, but you can't deny sports. We're pretty gay in sports. Like I do some gay shit to my teammates, man. I do some gay ass shit. So
you don't want to hear about.
So it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, if you don't play sports, maybe you can't relate. But like we do some gay fucking shit.
I swear, there's like elitist yaoi people as well. Like if you watch Hajime no Ippo, yeah, Takamura's always touching Ippo's dick. Like that's just a running joke. And not once has there been a yaoi pairing, man.
You know what?
Like I don't mind like yaoi couples because I don't have anything with the gay like movement or whatever. But like I don't want to see them sexually like doing shit.
Exactly.
Okay? I don't want like sweating all over each other and being like, oh my god, I love you so much. You're so
it's not even like
never be together.
That's why
It's
hentai
not even
is
like
involved.
gay couples that force it. It's like the girls that force the gay couples in a weird way.
It's the girls.
Yeah,
like,
and it's like the
$5.
weirdest shit you've ever seen. And it's when you think about it, like in a deeper perspective, it's like how a girl would want to be treated by a guy. But you know, guys aren't like that. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you know, like guys, obviously, like a lot of
Not
guys
all
like
guys are bad.
lesbians and shit like
I'm
that.
scum.
Yeah, Sakura trick.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
But it just feels a lot more forced
Well,
from
that-
their
Young
perspective.
Sakura
But
trick.
that's what it was for anyway. So I think
One
that was the whole
Sakura
point.
trick, you know what you're getting. Like the opening is like, we kissed immediately. Like this is definitely eerie.
Word.
Like there
You
was
know what you're getting into.
an
don't-
anime. You go.
Sorry.
There was an anime called Loveless, and that's what it's for. Because my girlfriend told me about it. I'm like, what is it? She's like, it's a yaoi. I'm like, is there just yaoi moments for no reason? She's like, no, it's an intended yaoi. And I'm like, all right, see, that's what it's supposed to be for.
Right.
You don't just like
Yeah.
throw two couples in there.
Seriously, like if I had $1 for every time I like scroll down my TL and it's like fucking Almine sticking his fingers down like Kuroko's mouth, I'm just like, dude, that not be a fucking thing.
Yeah. Oh my god, that shit's annoying. Like, see, I'm a huge Akashi fan, right? And like, I saw like a girl retweet a picture, and she was like Akashi like drilling Kuroko. I was like,
Oh, man.
You know what?
I'll be honest,
It's like, who do I have to beat up for
hentai
this
is that
not to be a
bad.
thing?
But like, come on, guy.
Yeah, like, I blocked her instantly. Like she was getting blocked. Like I
That's like
was
a
Blocked
like,
her aparted.
yeah, like, it's not
You
even-
know what? Like another anime Twitter thing that kind of annoys me. Like I get followed by people with like these fucking crazy like follower ratios, and like they're like terrible. But I feel so inclined to follow them because they choose to follow me. Like
Yeah, I
Don't
hear
be
you.
like that.
they
Their
tweet
tweets aren't
like the
even that good.
dumbest
They're not
or
even
cringiest shit. Like
But I have I follow 300 people. I have like 1,200 followers.
Holy shit.
I only follow like 100 people, and I only have like 130 followers.
I follow like 850 or like 860 around there, but I get into a lot of arguments because people just love saying dumb shit, and I just want to defend
Yeah.
it.
I hate the people that say retweet this if you think this, retweet that if you think that. Like, no,
fuck
shut the fuck up.
off. Like,
Yeah,
he's
I
followed
mean,
me.
the only
He's
good,
followed
the
me
only
3
good.
different times, and I've never followed him back because I don't want that shit on my timeline.
Somebody
Exactly,
followed me
yo.
like 10 times, like so many different times. I'm like, are you gonna follow me or are you just gonna like unfollow me all the time? Like, make up your damn minds.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Wait, yeah.
Okay, what do you guys think about the whole? Do you guys ever see feminists on your timeline?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you
Why are
think
we talking
the
about
whole
this?
rape
This is an
culture?
anime podcast.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, let's
I wanna talk
Advertising
about
anime,
that.
because there's
No,
a lot
but
of
some
femme
girl,
stuff in
some
anime.
girls in anime Twitter are like down for this shit. I just want.
Didn't come on,
It
there's a girl on
was.
the podcast. Let's not do it. I'm gonna follow all of you. Just tell me your Twitters at the end of the show.
Jerem Senpai.
Yeah. Put him
Yeah.
down, man.
I can't do it right now because I'm on
Like-
Skype. So
You can send them as messages while we're like talking and shit.
I
There's-
guess that works.
Well, I want to ask another
What do you guys
question.
think of your local Twitter though?
Oh God,
Don't bring it up. I'm not
So I
cool with
followed
it
my-
anymore.
I followed some girl from my school. And she's like, "What do you tweet out?" I'm like, "None of your business." Because I'm like, "You never talk to me in school. You follow me," and I'm like, "You want to talk to me?" Like, no, go away.
The only
Like,
I think there's different perspectives on
I'm not
local
cool with my
Twitter, depending on
locals. We gotta talk about this.
like I don't even know. Like my locals mostly are from school, and my school's very diverse and very like welcoming, I guess.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
an
my
art
locals
school.
just like my locals get pretty
So-
pissed though, because like I stay up.
Hey,
late
what
to
school do
sleep.
you go to, Aurora?
I go to Las Vegas Academy of the Arts.
You go to Las
Oh,
Vegas.
snap.
I'm in New York. I go to Nassau Community College.
Oh, I go to
Oh, really?
NYU, Poly,
I go to SUNY Farmingdale.
And I go
Oh,
to
really?
Fukunaga.
Oh,
College.
Farmingdale's
What?
20 minutes from
What are
me.
your majors? I'm sorry.
Did you just say
How long is
pager?
it just- Yeah.
I stay in my house all day.
Nice. Don't stay in your house all day. You're outside.
Yeah,
You're outside right now.
close to I'm back against the wall. Like this is as far as I can get.
You're just like house. Don't leave. I don't know.
I'm not even up the steps. Like the steps are just there.
The steps are just there.
But yeah, like with locals, it's always like other people's like it's a weird thing because other people want locals from your place, but you want locals from their place. Like
It's
I don't
just,
get how the world fucking works like that.
Basically you want to talk to people that aren't from your local, because usually everyone's local sucks.
Like the other day, right? So like, I've got like a couple main circles of friends, right? So I spend all day on anime Twitter, and then I jump on Facebook to talk to this guy, and he's so fucking boring. Like I can just not have a conversation. So I just shut it down and went back to Twitter. Like,
Yeah,
got to
but
that
some of these
stage now.
anime fans are weird. Like this guy, this anime fan that follows me. He's always tweeting like the weird websites and weird anime stats that I really don't care about. So.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about my anime list?
No. This not that guy. There's some. I'm not gonna say his name because like we got into an argument earlier
Name
about like.
drop, bro.
Drop it. Drop
Big
it.
on anime.
Name drop.
Big on anime. Big on anime.
Big on anime. That's
BIG on anime.
Oh, I don't know him.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, I know him.
People need to show up the lowly hentai.
No.
No, we can't.
What's his name? That guy Hawkeye is his wife. From like.
I can't deal with the RP people. Like that's a big problem.
Oh my god. This is
I'm
guys.
okay with RP accounts follow non-RP accounts.
I don't mind
RP
I don't mind RP.
You know what?
Like
I don't mind.
I got a story about this actually. Okay,
Yeah.
this is RP account, and I'm gonna name drop him because I don't like him. His name is @Kodai_Uchiha, because he's an Uchiha kid. He's going up to random Madaras, random like people saying, "Are you my daddy?" He goes up to my girlfriend.
I've seen
He goes up to my girlfriend.
Oh, bro.
That's funny.
No, listen. It gets worse because he goes up to my girlfriend because we both have Uchiha in our name, and he's like, "Mommy," I'm like, "Back the fuck away right now." He calls my girlfriend mommy. I'm like, I
You
don't
know who's the best RP account? That Aaron account, actual Aaron.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious.
I don't like her. She tweets like a Tumblr girl, and I freaking hate Tumblr. So.
Oh god, don't stop.
Are you talking about actual Aaron? Dude, he's cool. I like how he talks.
Because Tumblr posts are just a bunch of angsty teenagers. It's like, oh my god.
I only have a Tumblr to reblog like anime shit.
Everyone on Tumblr, well, not everyone, but a good majority of people, they're really like righteous and like opinionated, and they're really pretentious, and they think they're like the most people. They think they're the most fair-minded like out of everyone. They're like so pretentious.
But like, there's no in between on Tumblr. The thing is, they're either extremely pretentious and like self-righteous, or they're like extremely into self-loathing and like just don't fucking care about anything but like being emo. There's no in between.
Yeah, like no one likes me. Like, I just want to smoke weed to forget all my problems and shit. Oh god.
Shut the hell up. I smoke
sad and depressed.
Like, I ain't got nothing else but weed. Oh my god, I am so high right now. Blah blah blah.
I don't.
Hey, we get it. You know, you don't have to talk about it constantly. Like, oh my god,
I'll do the occasional like smoking pot tweet, but like it's never like wake up 12 a.m. like weed smoking, and then like 3 o'clock weed.
Why are you guys calling out Pabs?
Brother, like shrooms had me like this. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Pabs is so annoying, yo. I can't read it.
When I first joined, I thought Pabs was kind of annoying. Then I spoke to him like he's the chillest dude ever.
I didn't do worse.
What is that?
Hey, there's someone else on this chat.
Yeah, but
dude, like Pabs is like the most annoying dude if you actually get to.
He's cool when he's not trolling.
No,
yeah, he is.
I
actually fuck with Pab's music as well. Like he's probably one of the only guild peeps that I'll actually listen to.
Yeah.
Speaking I don't listen to him. I don't
like listen to any Twitter music.
Twitter rappers.
Dude.
Twitter
rappers, exactly.
Sure, I'll promote your music if you want me to, but
yeah, but I probably won't listen.
I'm not gonna say you're the greatest because you know you're promoting your shit on Twitter for God's sake.
Yeah, and it's like they all tweet like, yeah, in the studio, mad Fiji water. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Fiji water.
No one is gonna hear this.
This shit is expensive. It is just water.
He's talking about just regular water.
I used to feel fancy as a kid when I got the Fiji water right now. Pattern on it.
Yeah,
this Aurora is awesome. She's the most chillest girl right now. Like she really is.
Anime Task Force, like the one part of anime Twitter, I'm not a fan of.
Oh yeah, they're all starting to people.
And they only know about DBZ and Naruto, and they're just like, yeah, nigga, like peep out my cool dread.
Yeah,
I can't say that word. I'm in trouble.
That's a diss against Trace
Nah, I don't care. You can say it.
No, Trace Guys is cool. I follow him and he follows me. He like doesn't blow my DMs up with sound.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I like him.
Retro Senpai.
Fuck that retro guy.
Obnoxious. Yeah, dude.
Hey, no. Hey,
Hey,
no.
no.
No. That's my friend right there.
No. For real.
Yeah, retro cool.
I know.
Retro's
I
cool
jumped
with
in the
me.
WeChat, right, and he's just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm the best. Oh, I'll drop some new music." Like
I tweeted
he's talking about how he's a good rapper, like, and to me that screams insecurity. Like you're not a good rapper. I mean, I'm a piece of shit because of that.
Should we just end the podcast and just keep talking for like
Yeah,
the
you
next
want me
2
to
hours?
do
No, I'm serious. I'm asking.
This
You guys
is
want to do that?
At
We haven't
first,
even
when I
talked
first
about the
joined, I
main
didn't say
topic.
anything.
Okay,
Because I was
wait,
like,
wait,
what the
wait.
fuck am I supposed to do?
Do you guys want me to end this and end the recording and you guys keep talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm down for anything.
I don't mind. Keep recording.
Yeah, let's keep recording and get to the
I don't
topic.
mind.
Oh,
Yo, we haven't even gotten to the Attack on Titan.
Wait,
Did you have more? Did you have more questions, Kyle?
Let everyone go by themselves.
Guys, the One Piece podcast, they run for like 3 hours, so we're good.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Like whatever you guys want to do, I'm chill.
I was gonna ask, like, did you have more questions you wanted to ask though?
Yeah, you wanted to talk about Kill la Kill, right? Or Attack on Titan?
Yeah. Well, okay. I want to do this. What do you guys think about? No, Jerem said why Kill la Kill and SAO are in top tier, or is it Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Why do you guys think it's not top tier? Like,
You know, do you want me to go in this because my rant the other day?
Go in. You're the
Right,
man.
I'm gonna take like half an hour on this shit.
There you
But,
go.
Kill them.
Attack on Titan, right? Let's go. I'm just gonna start off comparing it to Terraformers, right? Terraformers follows pretty much the same structure, but superior in every fucking way. Better art, better story, better mystery, fucking better everything. And I guarantee that when the anime drops either this or next year, people are gonna be fucking on that shit. Like Attack on Titan.
Like it was Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is sold out like fuck. Like when you start saying like, oh yeah, my series is already halfway over at like 11 volumes in, and then like a little while later after your fucking anime gets like halfway through its run and blows up, you're like, oh yeah, I've actually changed the ending of my story. Like
just for the fans.
That's fucking selling out right there.
Yeah, that's selling out.
You know what? Like I've heard from people. I'm not sure if this is true, but I've heard that the writer of Attack on Titan got the idea because he was in a cafe or something, and some drunk dude walked in and he couldn't communicate with him, and so he got scared.
At the first time when
He got scared. So Titans are based off of drunk people.
That is awesome.
That's booze
Like my
based
friend
off
did
of
a whole
drunk.
project on it because she's like obsessed, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
The first time I watched Attack on Titan, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch this because everybody's gonna overhype it. I'm like, Errol, Attack on Titan's amazing. I'm like, no, leave me alone. I'm not gonna watch this. Like, stop overhyping this shit. And then I watched it.
I can't lie, I hyped it.
I had to watch it. Like, I just watched it because I was like into like episode 10. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep watching it. The most,
I feel like I was.
the best episodes of that show was episode 5 and episode 21.
Yeah,
like,
21 years.
Just another point. Like when you fucking start foreshadowing shit to happen in the manga, in the anime, just for the sake of it. Like so, in the last episode, right, they foreshadow like some new Iran ability, right?
Yeah.
And then in the manga that gets released a week later, they introduce that ability. Like, how the fuck does that work? That's terrible.
Isn't it a month later?
Yeah, but the chapter dropped to like a week after that episode aired, sort of thing. So
they're just stalling it, I guess.
I'm indifferent about Attack on Titan, but like I don't hype it. It's definitely not top tier anime in my opinion.
It's not.
It's a good.
One thing I can say is when I first heard that opening, I got fucking amped. I don't care. That first opening got me amped.
Yes, that first.
Did you guys hear the English opening to that?
Quickly, I was
No,
like,
I haven't. Is it English version? Let me do this.
There's a girl that does it.
No,
English dub? Are you serious?
Yeah, she took the whole Attack on Titan opening and she made it into an English thing.
But why?
Just
why? What the fuck?
It's supposed to be like the German or
no,
whatever.
No. It's not supposed. It's just like she does it. Like she took the ending of Monica Magica and did the same exact thing.
Wait, what?
She took.
I didn't watch Monica Magica dubbed.
The Sword the Sword Art Online song Crossing Field. Like she takes English songs.
Yeah,
she took Japanese songs.
I know who it is.
Yeah. No, that works sometimes. Like a guy did that with JoJo, and it's fucking amazing.
I remember
and I prefer it that way. But
I remember like it goes like how's it go again? Our names won't be remembered if we die like trampled flowers. I refuse to be forgotten. You heard it?
I remember. I know. I've heard that. I heard it.
It's good. I like it.
Is she the same girl that did that with Bluebird for Naruto?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, dude.
I don't know her name. I think her name is Amanda Lee. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. But yeah, that wasn't bad to be honest. But I don't always see the point of it.
The thing about hyping anime is you can't hype it. Like if you
No,
hype it,
there are some animes that actually deserve their hype. The animes that deserve their hype are
like Hunter x Hunter 2011 for sure.
Magi, Hunter x Hunter 2011, and Kuroko no Basket Season 2. They'll actually deserve their hype. They're actually quality.
There's some that don't even have the hype that they deserve.
Sure, I
And
guess.
It's like
like JoJo, Ippo need that hype. Like
Yes, JoJo is so fucking elite.
It's so sick. Like I'm 6 parts in. Like
you know
and
the video game's coming out soon.
I have pre-ordered already.
Apparently it's kind of slow, so I mean I'm not looking forward. But I play the shit out of it just because of the story. Like I love JoJo so much.
Yeah, so do I, man.
I don't like
talking about it.
I never seen
I don't really know
JoJo.
any JoJo fans, so I'm really excited to know that.
I never seen it, but it's by the same guys that made the Naruto games, and that looks interesting.
Yeah, the
Well,
Naruto
yeah,
games.
it's Cyber Connect.
I want
JoJo
JoJo looks
It's
so
got
cool.
like a terrible system. I'm not sure if they're fixing that for like the English release, but it's
well, they
fucked
said
up.
that they said that they've patched up to the last update in Japan already.
I want
And we
J-Stars to
get
come
we
out.
get a new feature.
I want J-Stars.
You can import it. I imported
J-Stars?
it.
I know, but I
it's
want
on,
the English
it's on
version.
the way.
How can you guys
come
read
out
it?
in Europe?
They for J-Stars, you could look
Yeah, I
up
think
online
so.
the translated menus.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you just look up the translated menus and you could see like stuff.
And then memorize it, man. I've played tons of games with Jab.
How much is the import?
It's like 70.
That's not bad.
I got mine for 75.
That's not bad because most games here are 60. So
I watched like For Never World's like gameplay of like some J-Stars, and it's kind of like a bit of English in the menu. I'm not sure how that works. Like there's obviously a lot of Japanese there, but you could sort of make out quite a lot of stuff. So
I like the game mechanics. It looks really nice.
But
I think
it's a shame because it really would sell
assume
over
it's
here.
terribly imbalanced, but I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. But it
Yeah.
looks terribly imbalanced.
Like that's something I want to get for like characters alone. Like
Yeah. Like I don't expect it to be a deep game. Like you guys know about Dengeki Bunko, Fighting Climax.
No.
It's like a fighting game based on like light novels published by the Dengeki Bunko company.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, that's
Is
right.
this
It's like
like-
2D and shit.
It's got like sword art, Shana. It's got
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that game. Like that looks exciting. I'm excited for that game because that looks pretty good.
Yeah, but they're
Yo,
taking
it has
some kind of
Karina
fighting
on
shit,
it
so-
though.
I saw screenshots though.
No, no. Nobody likes her.
Like, I just don't see why J-Stars will never make it over here. Like, you
Because
look at the Naruto games. I'm sure they sell. Like,
It's
there's
not-
a market.
I think it's the shonen. I don't think it has to do with getting it here. I think it's like something about shonen. They want to keep it Shonen Jump magazine. I think they want to keep it just to Japan.
Yeah, they're pretty like when they think of making games, they never really think international. They just think of selling to the Japanese and only the Japanese.
But like, if you look at the DBZ games, like ever since the PS2 games,
Oh,
like
yes.
nothing's gonna be that. It's been trashed since.
No, I liked. No, Raging Blast was nice.
It's been trash since Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah, see, I didn't mind. I didn't mind Raging Blast, but Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was the last one I played seriously.
That's like they had the perfect formula, and it gets to that point where like, oh yeah, we've made it, we've upgraded it, and then we've upgraded it again and added all the possible characters. We've got to flip it up. Like
Goku in his Naruto uniform.
Dude, I saw that fucking commercial. I was like, are you serious? Like a promo code for
The
fucking
Naruto with Goku looks better.
Yeah.
Not fucking Dragon
Did
Ball.
you guys see Mecha Naruto and like the new like ninja store?
That's not even. That's
to the Kurama Mecha for like
That
first
game's not even canon.
They're reaching now because I love Storm 2.
I know it's not canon, but that was just funny as hell. I'm like,
That's
Mecha
gonna be the
Naruto,
that's gonna be the
really?
filler of Naruto games. That's what they said. It is. It is gonna be the filler of Naruto games. They're gonna have like a Ninja World Tournament, and I'm like, okay, stop.
Fuck off! Like you look
Hey,
at
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, but you have 4 versus like you could do like 1 versus 3. It's not like DBZ Battle of Z 1 versus 3. Remember anybody play Clash of Ninja 2 for the GameCube?
Yeah.
I actually like the Clash of Ninja series. As a
It's
fan.
gonna be-
They were better than the. I think they were better than the. I think what was it called? Ultimate Ninja or something?
No, I like
Yeah.
Ultimate Ninja Storm.
I don't like
Ultimate Ninja. Like I had Ultimate Ninja 1.
Ultimate Ninja
like, on the
Storm?
PS2.
Yeah, see, like me, like the Ultimate Ninja 1, I'll play to death, but after that, I'm like,
No, I played Ultimate Ninja.
Was,
I like 2 and 3 were pretty good.
Yeah, I'm playing. I have 3 on my
Good
PS4.
fan service games, but they're terribly balanced as a fighting game.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember Ultimate Ninja 2, Conqueror was the strongest character in the game. Legit, you could just range somebody. Or you could just range somebody with the puppets, and you would just get all your ultimates off, and you could beat them easily.
Shit, it's just like Data right now.
And we played.
I played Storm. I played Storm 2 before I played Storm 1, and like Storm 1 was trash when I played it. Storm 2
was
my
new.
favorite.
Storm 2 I have for 360.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't fuck with any of the Storm games.
But Storm 2 I love.
I don't know. I liked 1.
Yeah, I never played that.
1 didn't have enough characters.
Yeah,
well, because it was new, it was starting out.
Yeah,
I didn't like any of the other Storm games.
Fair enough, but I don't know. I liked it. I liked 2 story mode a lot though.
Nah, how about that
Yeah.
game?
And then if you play
the moving mechanic.
I played Fusion. Yeah.
Then if you play One Piece Pirate Warriors, the first one.
Yes.
Fuck two.
Which one's that? Is that like the one with like the orange cover and it's kind of cartoony?
Yes, that's it.
I feel like you're right, but it was only digital download for us, so I don't remember how the cover looks.
I'm not sure, but that was like the first PS2 One Piece game I ever saw.
Not just for PS3, but like I honestly I didn't expect much from that One Piece Pirate Warriors game, but I found the first one was actually a pretty solid game.
That was my game though.
Number 2 was like just characters only. They took out everything that made 1 great and just added every fucking character and sent a wave of like mindless minions at you for like 5 hours. So it was really mind numbing. But
for me,
one was really good. Like you had the adventure aspect, the RPG level up aspect, and I thought it was pretty good. I was shocked.
Like characters are always important for me, but if you've got no gameplay to back that up, then what is the point?
Right? Yeah, I was really upset, and I can't help it. I buy every One Piece game that comes out. I can't not do it.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot.
It's like you collected the diamonds to unleash your fucking like special move.
I can't hear whoever's talking now, by the way.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear.
No, the One Piece games are pretty. Yeah, I like it. I have the first one for PS3, and I really played the shit out of that ever since I got it. I played for like a month straight, almost every single day.
Right?
Were the Bleach games any good?
I have Bleach for PS3. It is
I didn't mind it.
It's good.
I don't know.
I've
Like,
heard of the Bleach game.
I acknowledge it's not that deep, but I had fun with it. I really had fun with it.
Is it good?
Yes, I like the graphics. The graphics are really nice. My
Like,
Naruto
for me-
game. Yeah, go.
For me, like in terms of series that I actually like really would like to play a game, of Bleach is the one because of the like absolute variety and
Yeah, it would be a great fighting game, I think, if it's done properly.
Yeah, the only Bleach game I played was for the Wii, and it sucked.
Oh yeah,
it really did.
yeah.
Don't play that.
Shattered
Blade.
Yeah, they like
yeah.
Spadas, but like I'm like
I didn't mind it, but it was not very good.
That guy's character design, like the guy they made for that game, he looked cool as fuck. I never played it, but I wanted to.
Oh yeah, the new character, yeah, he was alright.
And when like you unleashed your Bankai, like you guys were like in outer space, like the atmosphere changed. It just made no sense.
Like I honestly wouldn't mind if like an anime game came out and it had like no like story, like you know how Ninja Storm 2 you like walk about and it's got the camera angles and shit.
Yeah.
I'd be fine if it was just like straight battles, like say like the older Tekken games and shit. I'd be fine with that.
True.
If it had
That was Naruto. Yeah, that actually did happen. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. They had like animated cutscenes and it was just fighting.
What a title!
Yeah, like Storm 2 was cool, like with all the items and the shit to collect. Like it was
Storm 3
fine,
did-
but I don't mind it.
Storm 3 did the same exact thing.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I felt like Ninja Storm 3 was like the literal anime. Like they didn't let me play. It just like watch this entire episode.
I was
and then play one match that'll last you a minute, if even.
I was playing earlier, and I was versing Kurama with Naruto, and my mom's like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "Playing Naruto." And then like the cutscene comes, she's like, "Oh, I really like this." I'm like, "You like the talking, but you don't like the action." She's like, "Yep."
Like when Minato and Thing die, whatever, to save Naruto, like
Oh my God.
I'm like, this is the literal episode. Like it's been
It
like
is.
20 minutes.
Hey, they did a good job though.
I don't mind that, but I'm like, this is a video game. I don't care, and I don't know why. I press like start,
Me
to
too.
skip it, and it didn't work. It didn't work for some
But
reason.
didn't they say like they're including like a legit episode in the next game, like just
I
a
don't-
normal episode?
Oh yeah, no. 50 minutes of Akatsuki behind the scenes. That's what they said. How
But
they
is
joined.
that like legit like typical animation or like game
No,
animation?
new animation about the Akatsuki's backstory.
Is it canon? Is it by Kishimoto?
Oh, I don't know.
Or,
About, well,
or,
Kishimoto.
or no.
If it's by Kishimoto, it probably won't be canon. Like he
I don't know.
just fucked up.
I know Kishimoto made Mecha Naruto.
He did.
Yeah, but they do character designs a lot for games.
Really liked the Tekken character in Storm 2, Lars or whatever his name was.
Lars? Yeah, Lars was cool.
He was one of my mains. Like
that was stupid though. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's cool.
Wash their hands.
I used it more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
No, you know what? You know what ruined fucking Naruto Online for me? Deidara spammers.
You know what I don't get about the Naruto games? Where's Rin?
That's exactly why I sold the game, Data.
Yo, Data is played by.
Oh yeah, because he can just spam his clay, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
The same thing with Tamari, dude. I was playing online once. This dude would not let me get up. She kept using Tamari's fan. I'm like, you're gonna let me fight, or I seriously put the controller down. Went to use the bathroom. When I came back, game over. You lose. I'm like, all right. Well, you're not gonna let me get back up.
But I'm a little bit more into traditional fighting games. I like fighting games. Fighting games is like a game that I play the most.
I can't fuck with Street Fighter for whatever reason. Like I love
suck at Street Fighter.
Oh, I hate Street Fighter.
I think
I like the voice
I think
actors.
I'm very average at Street Fighter.
No, I am
I think I'm
terrible.
average.
Don't make fun of me for this, but I'm a button masher on Street Fighter.
You
Yeah,
suck, Kyle.
Button mashing does not work.
Boo.
Like when I play
Is that your
fighting
Persona
games,
4
I try and get into damage. Like, I don't block or anything. I'm not trying to be technical.
Yes.
I'm just trying to fuck someone up. Like
Yeah, all offense, right? Yeah, that's how I button mash.
Yeah.
Is anybody watching
I'm
Tsunami?
pretty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching.
I play very defensive in fighting games.
Fuck, I actually forgot Tsunami was even on.
I'm watching Bleach. I have no clue what's going on. Like, Khan's just freaking hitting the glass. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Bro, just skip the fillers.
I can. Yeah, no, but I don't want to. I don't like the sub of it.
Only filler I like is when the Zanpakuto's turn to people.
Yeah, that's true. And then Naruto's all the way at like Shippuden's at like episode 20. I'm like, this is so boring.
Yeah, I was like, why do they keep starting over?
Really like putting all of it on? Like it's late.
Exactly. Thank you.
Like
I know you have to be on late. Like I get it. The Tsunami faithful. I don't know if anybody is one, but really, they like some of them are really like annoying me.
I've never followed any of them.
People act like Tsunami has like the best anime. Literally, they're lucky they even got the block in the first.
Exactly. Like they are so half of them are so annoying. Like, oh, if you don't watch the block, you're gonna get canceled. Fuck you. I'm not gonna watch a show that's shit.
We live in the age of the internet.
Exactly.
If you really think someone's gonna watch one episode a week of a show on at like 10 at like 12 at night? Who really is gonna do that in this day?
Yeah, when the show itself is like 5 years behind, like when they're putting it up on
Except
TV.
Space Dandy.
Like if I had Tsunami, right? Because I'm over here, I don't think I'll get it. Like if I try to look.
Sorry, I don't think it happens. Like
Yeah,
I know they tried to do it.
Yeah, I don't have it either. I don't know what that is.
Like if Bleach on, I'd watch
Canada.
it. I love Bleach. Like I'm not gonna sit and watch something for the sake of it. Like, and I'm not gonna jump to a series when they're like 10 episodes in.
Yeah. I know. I just torrent my anime in like 1080p.
Hey, don't do that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I want to start doing that because I just bought like a pretty expensive laptop.
Yo, I'm guilty.
To give back, what I do is I promote it a lot, and I do buy my favorites. Like I have every One Piece DVD and volume up to date, and I own the entire Ranma 1/2 collection, Death Note, like Avatar. Like I do support, I buy, but I'm not like a huge like Toriko fan. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna just watch it, torrent it.
Sergeant, I was watching Sergeant. Like I remember Todd Habercorn, the voice of like Death the Kid, and he was talking about like his favorite show was Sergeant Frog.
Oh,
and,
I
like,
love Sergeant.
He loves doing keto, and he's and he's like, how people keep asking about conventions? How come you're not doing the Sergeant Frog anymore? He's like, okay, listen to me. How many people watch Sergeant Frog? Love it. Put your hands up. Like people put their hands up. How many people bought the DVDs? A whole bunch of hands went down. He's like, that's why we're not doing it anymore.
Oh word.
Oh man.
I haven't watched that many episodes. I watched like 10.
It makes no
or
sense. It's not supposed to make sense. It's like it's more for kids.
I read
Yeah,
it.
but it was a long time. It was a long time ago, and back then I was like, "It's not shonen." I don't.
It is shonen. Shonen Ace.
You're not fighting. I don't want to. I don't want to watch it. Like that's how I was way back. Like if you didn't get punched in the first panel, I wasn't in. I was out.
We were all young and stupid.
It's like,
Yeah.
If you put any sort of ecchi in a manga book and give it to me, I'll buy the shit out of that book. Like I'm 10 out of 10.
High School DxD.
Yeah, High School DxD all day.
That's what got me into Negima, right? And then when I grew up and got like internet and shit, I actually read through Negima and it turned into a fucking battle shonen, and I love that series now.
Negima was weird.
Do you read UQ holders? That's like the.
I read like the first few chapters, but I'm gonna do a Negima reread at some point anyway, so I'm just gonna get around to it after. But yeah, I like the concept.
What did you guys think of what you call it? Kill la Kill.
Let me go. The episode started out really
Let
strong.
everyone go. Like,
Ending disappointed me.
Wait, no. You can talk about that later. The ending was terrible. But at the beginning of it, I'm like, sorry. I know, I'm sorry.
You said you can talk about that later.
Yeah. Well, after I'm done.
That's like
I love you. I'm sorry.
Shut up.
Okay, you can.
You know what? Have you guys watched Gurren Lagann?
Hell yeah!
So don't
See, I was disappointed because it's Trigger, right? The guys who worked on Gurren Lagann. So I guess I expected a lot more from them.
What,
so
as in terms of animation studio or as in like team?
I guess as in team and as in producing a really quality anime. I think here's what I think with Kill la Kill. For what it wanted to do, it did a good job for what it wanted to do. I'm not a big fan of that kind of anime, I guess. I think it was fun. It was over the top. The animation was good. The action was good. But it was a little too silly for me. I couldn't take it too seriously. But it was supposed to take anime cliches to the extreme, and they did that. So I understand from that perspective. Like, you did what you wanted to do. That was it. But I was just like, man, I'm just really disappointed. I couldn't take it seriously, and that's how you're gonna end it. But I think he's gonna add an OVA or something because that was a really open ending.
No, Senketsu's dead. I don't think they will.
I mean, how else could you have ended
Slice
that,
of
though?
life.
Wait, who did that? Wait, guys. Whoever I cut off, I'm sorry. You can go.
Sure.
I think
Whoever I cut off, I said you could go later. You can go now.
You're
Actually,
controlling this podcast, man.
I'm sorry.
That was me, but I already said what I wanted to say.
Oh, okay.
I've been meaning to check it out. I usually don't watch slice of life stuff because I prefer long ongoing series. So I mean only exceptions I'll make is when Ippo comes on or JoJo comes on because I've been following them for years, sort of thing. But the shit that interests me, every week someone's just oh shit, fucking plot twists, and then posting screen caps and shit. That's the only part that makes me want to watch it.
For Kill la Kill?
It's kind of cool.
There's plot twists?
There's so many of them.
No, there's
Seriously,
one big plot twist that nobody thought was ever gonna happen.
Yoko, Satsuki and sisters.
What?
Wait, you never? I don't want to spoil it because he hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah. I'll chill.
I think at this point, I've seen enough spoilers that it's kind of pointless to me.
Do you know what happened between Sasuke and Ryoko?
I know they're sisters, but that's it.
Okay, never mind then. There you go. No, that's not the plot twist.
I guess you're right. That was the one thing I didn't expect. But everything else was pretty basic.
I'm surprised that.
I don't know. I expected that.
No,
I don't know. It was much deeper than you thought it was.
She was training her. That's what really surprised me.
That was obvious.
Really? I didn't think it.
She didn't.
That was obvious.
As evil. She's like antagonist, but I knew the whole time she was on our side or whatever you want to call it.
Did anybody notice how?
Yeah.
Sasuke came from a really fucked up family, but she turned out good.
Yeah, she did.
She's not one of those people that let the power go to her head. That mother scene with her in the tub was really creepy.
So
it was not creepy, dude. It was the hottest scene ever.
Yeah, but it's between.
Nigga, damn, you the only one who doesn't scrap. Just watch.
I saw a picture of that. Not gonna lie, I liked it.
Between your mom and your
I was
daughter.
like shocked, but but I just hate when that happens, and like at that moment in time, like somebody like who doesn't watch anime will walk by and like, yeah, okay, do you need a minute? Like,
this is why anime won't become mainstream. This guy that said that on he's like, anime. I remember there was this guy on YouTube. He's like, why will anime never become mainstream? Because it's not mature enough for American audience.
How?
Because he's exactly no. Remember what we were talking about with the Satsuki and the her mom thing? It's like if they continue to show that, people are not gonna mainstream audience is not gonna like that. Nobody wants to see this moe crap anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. Moe slice of life shit is too rampant in the industry. They make way too much of that shit.
They said American culture will never adopt that because of that.
That's the point.
That has some type of merit to it. That is sort of true. Because a lot of that stuff is niche. Like, that's not a mainstream thing you would show. Like, say if you want to get someone into anime, you're not going to show them Monogatari or Kill la Kill. You're not going to want to show a new.
Actually, no, I would show them Kill la Kill.
Yeah, I would show someone Kill la Kill.
I'd show someone Kill la Kill. I mean, it's pretty basic.
Yeah, it is. It's like entry level.
It's way too quirky for them. For exactly. They would not understand. Like they'd find it really weird. I wouldn't show them Kill la Kill personally.
To me, like I can't really watch Slice of Life because it seems all too similar.
No,
like,
watch Quinad. Quinad is the best Slice of Life.
The last one I did watch was about some teacher who was suicidal and like he kept trying to kill himself and then his students stopped him and shit.
What show?
But I can't remember the name of it, to be honest. But the point is, like, each character has their own type, and you know each character has a set type, and they're
you're right.
That way, and that's why I can't fuck with it. Or like, there's too much schoolgirl stuff. Like,
schoolgirls are the best, bro.
K-On is cool.
I like really hard bloody animes, honestly.
Did you say slutty? I didn't catch that.
No, K-On is cool.
Bloody.
Oh, my bad.
The only bloody anime I watch is Higurashi Code on
Anime has different type of
demographics. I don't. Yeah, like everything is targeted towards different people. So like when they say that like North America never liked something like Kill la Kill, I can understand that. Something like Full Metal Alchemist is a little more mature, I suppose. Or like Attack on Titan because it's more serious, it's a little more dark. So that does better up here. So I can see that, but I mean it just depends on what you're looking for. Like I don't have any loyalty to any genre.
Why they do Moe Slice of Life?
Because that's what they like.
Think of exactly. It's really for the Japanese people. It's not for international. It's just that some anime break through.
Yeah, but some
anime.
It
doesn't matter if Americans dig it or not. It's just culture wise.
Some anime are creepy though. I mean, like there's this show called My Younger Sister is Unusual.
Oh, Pupa.
And not that show.
Emoji came out this season.
It's called.
I know what you're talking about. Oh my god!
My younger sister.
Season.
It's.
You mean my little sister can't be this cute?
No, not.
No, that's a Remo.
No, it's called my. It's called my.
Just go on.
My sister can't be this unusual. On TV broadcast, they blacked out her camo toe with a black shadow.
Like censorship, I can't like censorship ruined Toriko for me for a while. Like I watched enough of that series and then it got to a point where I thought actually, you know what, for once, let me check the difference between the manga and the anime, and it was a completely different panel. I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah. Toriko manga is way better than the anime.
Way better.
Like when Toriko lost his arm, that thing was hanging off. Like you saw the stub. Like
wait, moment.
DBZ Kai is going to replace Toriko when it comes back in Japan.
Yeah, I know. Like
Dragon Ball Z just came back and took its spot.
Yeah, I was just hoping that they would one day just put on a later slot and just stop censoring it so I can get good adaptation.
Would you guys?
I was told like by a lot of people that Toriko is going to stop being censored, and then I find out it's got like 4 episodes left, and I was like, what's the point if that is true?
Like, why did they make the Toriko anime? That should piss me off. Like,
they changed the ending.
I just never got into it.
I get it because, like, overall, like, the underlying tone of Toriko is food. So, I mean,
it makes me so hungry.
If you put, like, vibrant colors and just weird, like, berries and shit, like, that's enough for it to get an anime. But at the point when you realize that it's actually a really gory series and they take blood out, like, at some point they replace blood with smoke. Like, I was watching that, like,
that's gonna be.
See, that show would do good on the kids. I know it's gonna be really weird, and it could be do good on the kids network. I don't know how they would like.
That's what they did
remember
for
when
Shaman.
Naruto used to be
Shaman King manga was brutal as fuck.
Yeah, but Naruto was censored when it was on back in the day.
It was.
Yeah.
I never watched it.
They
Like,
caught
when-
spit
I don't
that blood.
remember it that much because it was like second grade. So
when like I'd only watch it like
So
when I
young.
bought the DVDs when it was like the
On Cartoon Network,
Unleashed box sets with like no censorship.
Yes.
So
When it
when
was
so I
on
didn't know
prime
the
time,
difference
it
when
did
I
get
was watching on TV. Like I just remember when I was like 11 watching like the Zabuza Haku shit.
Oh my
Like,
god, that was amazing. That's what got me into it.
yeah, for real. Like that's what I showed everyone. Like I got people to come around to my house who, you know, never knew anything other than like Dragon Ball Z and whatever that. Yeah, like, oh yeah, we don't really fuck with anime. And I just put that on, like, and then I went to bed. I woke up, they were still watching that fucking box set because it was that like I missed that.
Because the starting was amazing.
Saturdays at 9 o'clock for whoever's in the US, that was my show. Like I needed to watch that show all the time. I love Naruto, and it's still one of my favorite shows ever.
I hate
I remember.
I'm a big fan of it, but I don't mind that other people like it. Like it's all based on opinion, you know.
I just hate back to the yaoi thing. I just hate when they do the Sasuke and
Oh
Naruto.
god,
pairing.
yaoi in any case, like unless it's intended in the series, then fine. That's what's there, you know. That's what the writer intended for.
No, I
But
hate when,
I
like, I
don't
just hate when
watch
it's
it.
sad.
If I'm watching something I enjoy and
Yeah.
I like two characters, but I don't like them together, I don't want to see them having sex all the
Like-
fucking time.
Like ship what you want to ship, but if it's not like been there as an underlining tone, then don't force it. Like
Seriously,
if you go on Tumblr, I used to watch Supernatural a lot, and
Oh,
like
God.
I
Oh
like,
yes, oh
and it was
yes, I
like,
see that all the
this
time.
moment,
Yeah,
the brothers, their fucking brothers' eyes met. They were DTF from that moment.
Oh,
like,
and Sherlock Holmes or whatever.
oh
I'm not
fuck
into that
off! I haven't been able to watch that series because I was kind of interested because I heard it was kind of cool,
I
but
heard
I
it was
can't watch
okay,
it now.
but I don't know. Like, I'm not into like watching anything else but like anime or like movies on Netflix.
I'm behind on it. I'm meant to catch up on Walking Dead at some point, and I'm a fucking season behind. So
The only series I like is Skins. You
Man,
pay
I like what I like. I don't have any like loyalty to any genre, but I definitely do manga more than anything though.
Yeah,
manga and
that's
comics. Manga and comics, I do more than everything. I read a lot of fucking DC.
Manga is the best format. Like I'll watch. I use most of the time I won't go to an anime and watch it all the way through. If I've already read it, I'll just pick out certain fights. But when, like, say
you watch the parts you want to see animated. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I
like,
read it and then watch
I'm
like
so
you know.
hyped. That's what I do JoJo. I'm so hyped.
Yo, man, it's so good.
Isn't Part 3 the only thing that got released in the US? Like the Part 3 manga?
Yeah. That's what they started to do because basically parts 1 and 2 they were drawn really badly. I mean, it's like 80s. You know, what do you
Why is
expect?
Part 3 the most popular? I don't get it.
Because they introduced the main staple of the series and. Like the concept of Part 3 is the best. It's like so what they'll do is they're redrawing parts 1 and 2 so they can release them, and then just saying like JoJo volume 1 will start at Part 3, and they've been releasing it like that. So I mean you don't really need to watch parts 1 and 2 if you don't want because 3 is sort of the most.
Is it like One Piece?
Joseph is the best.
Yeah,
you have to watch Part 2.
Is it
like you don't need to if they're releasing it that way. If you want to jump on at Part 3, you can. But I started at Part 1 and I love Part 1 and 2.
Is it like One Piece where everything's like a different arc and you can jump in at any point?
No, okay. For JoJo, it's generational, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
what it is it's the misadventures of the Joestar family. So each part has a different descendant of the Joestar bloodline. So
I see what you
part
mean.
1. So part 1 will be so and so. Then might skip 2 generations, and then this is his grandson and his story dealing with the bizarre and the unusual of the world. Part 3 introduced the main battle tone, which is called stand ability, which is and so Jotaro, the protagonist of Part 3, became the flagship character. He's kind of like homage to the like silent, cool type. He doesn't say much, but he's really cool and he fucks people up, right? So he's easily the most recognizable character.
I'll try to get around to it one day.
I'm actually in the middle of watching JoJo right now. I'm at Part 2, and I'm almost done.
I would suggest watch Part 1 and 2. I think the anime did a magnificent job.
Yeah.
The animation looks so smooth.
You know why I love the animation so much? Because it gets JoJo down to a T. Like it's stylish and it's quirky, and that's what it's meant to be. I mean,
the
Bizarre's
animation's really good too.
But
Araki had to draw them different color hair and all that stuff. Even with the lighting, they even play with their hair color and stuff. I'm like, yeah, like it was perfect.
Oh man, it's so cool. But what I love most about JoJo is that each part is very, very different. Like, so you got part 3, which takes them all over the world, and then you go to part 4, which is set entirely in a tiny, tiny town.
Isn't I heard that part 6 part 6 and 7's like in an alternate thing?
No, that's 7 and 8.
Oh, okay.
I'm on part 6 right now. I'm not really enjoying it, but
I know it has like 100 and something volumes.
It's long anime of all time. It's 25 kids.
It's on like chapter 800 and something now, right?
It's the longest manga of all time, I think. I think to this day, either Pokemon...
Ippo's
is the longest. It has like 1,000 chapters.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I want to get into it, but I'm like, oh my god.
You know what? I just finished this season of Ippo, right? Like the last episode is coming out soon, and so I decided because usually I read on from stuff. Like I'd like to wait for the anime, but that's probably not going to happen for a couple of years. So fuck that. Yeah. So I just went on like a manga site and was just like, okay, so how many chapters am I actually behind? I'm guessing like 300. I mean, that's a good expectation. And I jumped back 500, and it's finishing a fight that I haven't seen happen yet. So I've got a lot of shit to read for that. So
I seen one Ippo scene with I think his name is, I can't remember his name, but he like has a really like unorthodox fighting style, and it's called, he does it called the frog punch. He like looks away, and the crowd looks.
Aoki, he's the funniest character ever.
That was a great scene. Like that was so funny. Like it made me want to really watch.
In my opinion, Ippo is the funniest thing that I've ever seen. Like I rarely laugh out loud at a lot of stuff these days because I know I watch a lot of comedies and shit. So it takes a lot to get me there now, and I'm fucking howling at every episode. I love it so much.
What, how do you know Ippo?
That's me and Gintama. Gintama makes me laugh so much when I read it.
Get into that, but like I the way I do it, like I'll read like 50 different series at a time, but only watch one anime because I'm not trying to get too confused. And plus, it takes up a lot more time. So at the moment, I just caught up on Epos, and I started Yu, and then after I finish Yu, I'm gonna start Kuroko. Like that's just.
I watched the first season of Kuroko.
Like, I watched the first episode and really hated Kuroko as a character.
You're gonna love him later on. He seems bland at first, but when they develop him, you're gonna really like him. Like what he stands for and like what's his goal. Like it's really admirable.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, but I respect Kuroko. I respect
character development and shit.
Don't they teach him how to shoot?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna tweet one day, I'm like, my little cousin's better than Kuroko shooting.
You got mad retweets on that.
Bro,
you know?
I'm like Kuroko when I play basketball.
For sports manga, my favorite is Diano Ace and Haikyuu.
I tried to get into that.
I'm reading Haikyuu right now. It's really good. Wait,
what's the revolve around?
Haikyuu is volleyball and Diano Ace is baseball.
Oh, is Haikyuu the one with the girls' volleyball team? I think.
No, it's a guys' volleyball team.
Okay, I'm thinking of another show.
It's actually getting an anime this spring.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it. Or maybe it is guys, but I know there's a volleyball anime coming out.
You know what? I'm really glad didn't get an ongoing anime. Fucking Kenichi. Kenichi's so trash.
Yeah, that's
you really think
it was
bad?
so weird.
I read it. I read it weekly.
Disciple?
Like I'm caught up on it, and I think it's terrible.
There's a chapter where I can't remember his name now. The Mutai guy, he died, and then he like came back to life. And I'm like, I'm out.
Oh, Apachai, right?
Oh yeah, can I ask you guys a question? What do you think about like anime?
Yeah, I was out. It was like.
Wait, let him go.
Oh, sorry.
Go. No. You're ask the question.
I was gonna say, like, what do you guys think about like anime and manga that removes the danger of like death out of like?
You know what? I was talking about this yesterday with Fairy Tail. Like, let me go on this. It's it's pointless. I mean, I feel that a series that isn't that doesn't allow itself to take risks and kill off important characters doesn't it loses respect straight away. I mean, if you look at Kami ga Kill, right, in the first chapter, they kill off seemingly important characters. Like, I made an effort to memorize those characters' names, and then they die at the end of that chapter. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, the farm people. It's weird because like again, there are different ones that do it really well, like Lava. Right. You don't die for the rest of your life. You just there's something that's like kind of worse than death or like equally on the same plane. But then there's like Fairy Tail, where like no spoilers,
God.
the Dragon Gate arc when you know who dies, and then there's like
Yeah,
we're gonna rewind time.
So let me talk about this current arc, right? So they start it off, and it's pretty fucking raw. Like, there's a lot of shit going on. People are actually being killed, and you think, wow. Like, I was likening it to, like, I said this to Kyle the other day. Like, it could do for Fairy Tail what the Cooking Festival arc did for Toriko, which like fucking changed the game. Like that was wild. But and then like I read, so they dropped like 2 chapters this week, right? And they spend like both chapters with this person about to die. Last page, oh no, there was an explosion, and then suddenly someone jumped in at the last second of time and rescued them. Like, what is the fucking point?
Yeah,
like you're a series that fucking relies on fan service.
Are
these? I'm sorry. Like, I to anyone who likes Fairy Tail, I mean, like,
I hate
do
it.
your thing. I'm not gonna knock you, but I fucking hate Fairy Tail. I don't understand.
Like, I want to watch it just to see the new series.
I can't take it.
Every
time Natsu opens his mouth, I lose my shit. I'm like, for my friends, for my guild, and then it pulls out the most bullshit attack from the crease of his ass. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, super punch.
I heard that some parts in Fairy Tail actually copy One Piece.
My main problem.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Ignorant people on Twitter who are like, that's not true at all. Like,
yes, it is.
Fairy Tail.
It's just what I don't get when people will like Fairy Tail but don't like One Piece. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I saw you catch so much shit on Twitter.
Like, I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, if you look at One Piece and Fairy Tail, right? So basically, every say like dragon user has the same sort of power system as Luffy. Well, they'll just do like the same fucking punch and then just give it like a crazy elephant magical dick punch attack. Like they'll call it some crazy name, and then
elephant gum gum.
Yeah, and all the basic fans will just go like, "Oh my god!" But I get no impact on any Fairy Tail attacks.
Every Fairy Tail episode, like the episode and the chapters are all the same. Everyone gets like the shit out of them. They'll be like,
"Who's follow the same structure every time."
Yeah,
it's always like, "Oh yeah, there's a new danger. Oh shit, we might get fucked up. Oh no, wait, Nakama power. Okay, we got rescued. Done."
The Nakama Force is I don't care. That's a literal thing in Fairy Tail. That has to be a thing. Like that's magic.
Absolutely.
Friendship is magic.
Like if you look at Yu-Gi-Oh,
because it's ridiculous.
You know the original Yu-Gi-Oh, how they had like when they would put the cards in and then they drew like the smiley face on
symbols on their hands.
That is fucking shonen in a nutshell.
Did One Piece do the same thing with the X's? Like when they were at the Alabasta.
That was different because that was a farewell to Vivi.
Yeah.
But they didn't want the Marines to know that they were associated with her because she's a princess, so it was different. And they also did it to tell each other apart because Bon Clay could transform into other people.
Oh yeah, right.
So they'd be like, put the X under so that you know that yes, I am from the Straw Hat Crew.
Yeah.
That's right.
I know my One Piece, bro. Like I know. Like One Piece is my life. I know my One Piece.
You guys gonna watch it? It's on in 20 minutes actually, in the US.
Have any of you guys watched Origami?
No, I heard
it. Need to finish it.
I want to see.
I read it. I like the manga a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. I was actually kind of like taken aback at how written.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was like, oh, the concept is really cool. I really like the characters, and I'm into it. I haven't watched the anime yet, so I don't know how far it is, but I definitely like the manga.
The anime definitely like takes a step back from the manga. It's like it stays true to the archetype of like that, like, you know, doom and gloom type deal, whereas like you get into Yato's past, and then they just like take a complete 360 and it's like, hey, by the way, there's this dude that like doesn't exist like anywhere in the universe. Like it's fucking really cool.
You know, like Toriko like added that camera lady. I'm like, is she like I'm like for at one point I'm like, is she in the manga? Am I just like dumb and didn't?
You know what? I didn't know. I was waiting for her to show up in the manga for like a while, and it just didn't happen.
She's not real.
And I legit forgot who she was until you just said that.
Did you guys? How about Nisioki? Nisioki? I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it any good? I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna give you an unbiased opinion.
Yeah.
It isn't that good. Manga-wise, I haven't read the manga, but I hear in the manga it takes like a really long time for it to go somewhere. But with the anime, only giving it 20 episodes, it's pretty much just comedy. Like there's no romantic
All right,
element.
so manga's better because I've seen it. I'm like, it looks like a gang thing or something. Like they're gangs and like I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, it's basically a forbidden love story, like Romeo and Juliet.
Oh,
Here's the thing.
Oh,
I think for me, I'm not a harem fan.
Oh,
but-
harem? Oh,
so predictable. So predictable.
Right? I'm not a harem fan, but I thought Niseko's build up in the beginning it started off strong, and then it got absolutely ridiculous, and he's just dragging it because like I know how Jump works. I know sometimes even if they want to end it, if it's doing popular, they're like no, like make more like content.
Yeah. That's what happened with DBZ.
Yeah. Right. I know Bakuman shed a lot of light on like how the manga industry works. So
yeah, when
I was grateful for Bakuman.
Did a good job.
So when I read it, I understood a lot of things a lot more. I was more lenient. But Niseko, I think if it had already ended, it would have been great. It would have been good. But it has no business being ongoing right now.
I know Kyle's going to mention it later in the podcast, but do you want to talk about how things get cancelled if they're not doing well in the rating?
I want to talk about this. Basically, a new series called Iron Knight got canceled Shonen Jump. Basically, a lot of new series get canceled by Jump because they don't do well enough. The thing is, Attack on Titan was presented to Jump, and they basically turned it down. And then basically sales-wise, you know how it's a business. They missed out on Attack on Titan. And then Kodansha took it up, and they're making millions. The thing is, Jump doesn't really have patience for new series, so if they don't start out good right away, they drop it. And a lot of series don't get time to finish the stories, like Beelzebub recently.
I was just gonna talk about that. Like, I basically read it consistently for years and years, and then I dropped off for say like 2 years or so. And in the lead up to the cancellation, I got really back into it. I was like, "Oh shit, this is actually hilarious! I love this series so much." So they had this amazing arc about demons and stuff, and then that ended, and then they had like a mini arc where Bill was gonna go see his mum, and they introduced her and shit like that, and then a couple weeks later, they open a chapter and they're just like graduating. I'm just like, okay, how is this working? So like, they have a final boss who is someone I don't even remember seeing and just gets beaten up in 2 chapters. And then like that's it, and they have like a last chapter fan service thing. And it's like, oh yeah, so this is done, and there'll be a spin-off at some point. And I'm just sat there like,
hold on, Beelzebub got cancelled? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it ended. It's done.
I know it ended, but did it get cancelled?
Yeah, it got canceled. It got a cancellation ending. Basically, they give them 2 chapters to end it.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I thought that's what he wanted to do. I didn't know that. I thought he got fucking syndrome.
Jump just did that, and it happened with Iron Knight too. Iron Knight's a new series.
I know Siren had that.
Yeah,
Siren had
that.
Siren didn't Reborn get that as well?
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to talk about
Reborn got it
I recently read Reborn this week. Reborn got a cancellation ending.
Did anybody ever? Everybody see Dead Man Wonderland? The ending?
Yeah.
That was a terrible ending.
But you know what?
Is it anime or the manga? Because
I started that in like 7th grade.
The manga had its own fault because basically the artist got pregnant and then she was off for a year. And
but the manga came back, I think.
Yeah, it came back, but that ruined the entire momentum. Like it really fucked up because they were on their sort of like last at that point. And then she just went off for a year, like didn't even attempt to put anything out, like even
a baby. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, but like,
you can't do that to your fan base though. That's messed up.
Let's have some reason here. This woman was having a child. Like you gotta.
No, but when you think about it,
it wasn't like she was like. It was like she was 6 months pregnant and was just like, oh yeah, I really need to focus on the baby now. I can't do it. But as soon as she got pregnant, she was just like, yeah, I'm just leaving this for now.
You really can't do that to your fans because manga's a business and people are relying on you. With the way these things work is that, you know how basically Tagashi, the author of Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho, is really known for his hiatuses.
Yeah. Oh my god.
People are pissed at him so much because he's a genius at writing in general. And he just could write really well, write good shonen. But when you do that to your fans, like it really pisses them off. Like people are paying for their volume.
Money.
People are paying for Weekly Shonen Jump, and they're not getting like one of their favorite things. That's kind of messed up to your fans.
Like all the originals, basically. Like, I'm not sure if Ippo's done it because I mean I wasn't really into Ippo until like last year, really. But this is like Miura's about to bring Berserk back after just doing like a 7-chapter mini series, which is like a standalone.
Yeah.
Like he's been at it long enough, and I understand that he's bored, but. Like it's cool to take a break and refresh it, but like I heard Togashi went off because you know how like the recent chapters of the manga.
He's been gone. Like I'm talking like years.
Yeah.
Like,
Wasn't he gone? Hunter x Hunter
is
yeah.
like he'll
He's
have
been gone
like,
3 years, I think.
Art.
3 fucking years.
He'll have inconsistent art, right? And then at the point where they're bringing out the volumes, he'll need to redraw all of that. So, you know, they can actually sell it. And a lot of people were saying, oh, yeah, he's taking time off to do that. And he's going to return when the new movie comes out. Like, and he's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah,
I don't believe it until I see it.
He actually, Tagashi is an editor for Kuroko no Basket. So he's active at Shonen Jump.
Really?
He's not being...
Wait, so what's his reason for not doing Hunter x Hunter?
Because he just doesn't want to.
Are you fucking serious?
But it's not like he left the manga off at a place where he could be like, yeah, I just finished a really important arc that I've been working on for like 8 fucking years because I keep having hiatus.
Yeah, I can explain what happened. Basically, when he was writing Yu Yu Hakusho, he had a fallout with one of his editors, and he basically felt really stressed. Tagashi is known for not meeting his deadlines. So basically, when they came out with the serialization for Hunter x Hunter, they basically gave him a lot of leeway. Like, you know how he takes all those hiatuses? No one else at Jump could ever get away with that.
Yeah, of course, but that's because he's built up the fan base, and he actually
because they all know he has the talent to write.
It's like Oda now. Oda can do that.
But I mean, Oda's like
not
making
gonna do
more
that
money than anyone else.
Yeah,
like,
but Oda took a lot of breaks this year, but he's also been sick.
Did you know that Oda
obviously like he's got it ridiculously planned out? I mean, the problem I got with One Piece at the moment is that every arc since the time skip, I mean, maybe it happened before that and I didn't realize, but every arc since the time skip has had like a staple. Like, so you've got the giant kids on Punk Hazard, you've got the dolls on fucking Dressrosa.
Yeah,
like
that staple like creature like thing that
you've
needs
got like an underlining main story that you know keeps you reading. But like, I don't really care about characters you're introducing just for the sake of that island, and we're never gonna hear from them again. Like,
okay, you mean like for the battle royale, right? Are you on Dressrosa arc?
Yeah. I'm caught up.
I know Oda.
The point of that was like that these guys are supposedly big names in the new world. So he introduces them to make them seem like a big they're some in some shape or form a threat. But like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, he's introducing characters you're never going to see again. But the point is that they're threats.
Like, not even like the tournament thing where they're trying to get the fruit. Not even that. I mean, as in like the whole island is under like doll control and everyone keeps forgetting everyone. Like that bit, it's like you can have like an underlying story and it's fine. But when you're just throwing all these parts in it just so like you remember the island sort of thing, like. It just feels like a way of dragging it out. Like, I mean, he said that it's just about halfway over. You've got like another 14 years of One Piece.
Yeah.
Like you don't really need to do that if you have that many.
I think that comes with like the fine tuning of what they're doing. Like, it kind of comes with like the storytelling itself. Like, if you don't put in those details, no one's gonna really care.
But I'm like.
He's trying to build like an underlying reason for why this island is wrong. The way that it's being run is not right. So I understand it. I kind of get what a lot of people come from, because most people that I know who read it right now are just like, oh man, like I want to see, like, I don't know if you guys all read it. I don't know.
No, not yet.
Are you okay? I don't want to spoil anything too much.
No, go ahead. Because I listened to the One Piece podcast. Just it's all spoilers. I'm good.
Okay, well then, like, everyone just wants to see Sabo fight in the tournament.
Yes.
That's all everyone cares about.
They revealed him.
I'm fine with them dragging it out. Like, I'm fine, but like everyone knows who it is. It's like one of those things where Toby is Obito, but they're not, because One Piece is One Piece. They can do things in a comedic way. It doesn't feel like, oh, just fucking get it over with. I'm sick of this. Like, it's fine. But you've got so much stuff going on at this island right now. You've got like Big Mom.
He's jumping around a lot. Like, the last chapter felt extremely jumpy. It's like it's like fight. Usopp screaming, Luffy, flashback. All right, done. Like what?
I'm fine with them jumping around if they can do it right and it's not so hectic. Because a couple of weeks ago they had a chapter like that and it was a really solid chapter, and I commended them for that. I was like, yeah, it was all over the place.
This one was bad. Sure. I didn't like how jumpy this last chapter was, but I don't know. I think this arc is going to end up being the best arc so far. I don't think I'll like it more than hobbies, but I definitely think that when shit hits the fan, this arc is going to be nuts.
Like technically it's a couple arcs, but I mean the whole thing like leading up to Ace's rescue, like that's my favorite shit in One Piece of all time, because that's what I want. I want an arc that is 100% important. No just random staples, no just something for the sake of it, just fucking important something. Like that's what I need from One Piece, because it's been enough time since this happened. Like I love the Fishman Island arc because it was like full of reveals and it was interesting. I wanted to know more about that species anyway, but since then I've not really been satisfied with One Piece, to be honest.
I'm the opposite. I don't like that arc. That's my least favorite arc.
Wait, you don't like what arc?
No, the Fishman Island arc is my least favorite arc because I cared about everything outside of the fighting, basically. I'm like, Hody is the worst villain in One Piece. He sucks. Jinbei by himself could send him home no matter how much steroids he takes. Like, he was not a threat, and I didn't really. I'm like, what do you want? Like, humans are like, I hate them.
It was kind of like.
But what do you want? Like, what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish? It's like, Arlong, but not as great.
Like, I really liked, you know that flashback thing where, you know, the crew that Jinbei and Arlong on?
That was great.
That Tiger, I fucking loved that so much. Like, that got me in my feels. Like, the end of that where he was all fucked up by the Marines. He was like, oh yeah, we can get you a blood transfusion right now. And you're just like, no, I don't want filthy human blood. Like, that shit got to me. I loved that so much.
I'd like to see more. Koala, because she was the girl they saved, and now she's part of the Revolutionary Army. Yeah, she came to Alan with Sabo, and I was like, oh my god, say where she just came to. Like, and she knows Fishman karate. That's sick.
There's so much like One Piece can do. I just feel they're not really living up to it. Like Blackpool has had no presence. What else is there? Okay, I'm drawing a blank.
Burgess is there. Jesus Burgess.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like they set a lot of stuff up and then just don't really act on it for as long as possible until they have to do it.
I think he's just trying to build it up.
He likes to do that though. He likes to build. Yeah, he likes to build up. He likes to like, hey, I'll dangle this in front of you. You know what it is, but I'm not gonna show you for 200 chapters.
Maybe it was different for me because I mean the point where I got up to where it was current was around the Fishman stuff. Like before then, I did it for the longest time, and then just went on a binge. And I was like, you know, I'm finally getting around to this. Otherwise, it's gonna fucking take forever to do. So every day after school, I'd go to an internet cafe, put on some fucking Maybach music, and then just binge read One Piece. Like,
I know that Oda does. I think I've heard this before in an interview with one of the Japanese people at Shonen at Shueisha. He said that Oda takes about four all-nighters a week.
Yeah,
I believe it.
He believes in hard work a lot, and he doesn't sleep much. He gets like 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, it's like, a good day. The schedules, it's like 3 to 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah. He works hard.
I think I know One Piece just keep going on, but I think it should just end because like there's like not that many new characters you can keep involving. Like he said, he has the ending in mind, but I'm just like, it just ended.
There's so many characters to add though, because like you have the crews of the 4 emperors, the new Chichibukai we don't know about, and the new world is a new part of the sea. Like there has to be a lot of captains in the new world, right? So I want to.
They have to build the world.
On it. I'm really torn on it because I mean you look at the world. I've got two different ideas on it because like you look at the world is massive. They can include so much different shit because every place is going to be different, and I like that about it. I like the variety and how long they can keep it going, but at the same time I feel like they could cut a lot of it down and just make it like more the shit going on. Yeah, like I mean I'm not even too bothered about the fights and stuff. I just enjoy it when I know that it serves a massive like impact on the sea and the world that they live in, sort of thing.
Who's this new girl? Who's this new girl called Violet that said that she might be a potential crew member? Or maybe I'm getting the name wrong.
Oh, Rebecca?
Rebecca.
Yeah, that might be it.
Rebecca is the one that I think should become a new crew member.
Yeah,
I think Robin should die. Like,
No, I
real
like
talk.
Robin.
Robin's my favorite
Robin
character.
is the
Please don't say-
worst.
Please
Like,
don't say that.
No way.
no one understands my Robin slander, but I've never liked her ever. Like, I
liked her at first.
No. Explain it. I want to hear this. Explain it to me.
Like, I feel like she never does anything of that much importance. Like, when she was revealed, when she was with Crocodile, and, you know, she had her own agenda, and she was kind of like a dark horse, and you were thinking, okay, well, where's this going to go? Then they had a flashback, and I was kind of feeling, and I was like, okay, yeah, you're fine. But, like, her dialogue never really matters. Like, she doesn't...
Because she's supposed to be the most laid-back character. I think that's the reason. Like,
her persona is like the woe is me, you know, that dark emo chick.
Yeah,
that's pretty much her.
But she's not even doing that anymore. She's just smiling all the time and just doing shit with her hands. Like, she doesn't really do anything important.
She's taking a back seat. She doesn't really get much lines or dialogue.
Like, I mean, I doubt they're gonna kill a Straw Hat member.
She's gonna be important though, because the poneglyphs and stuff.
Yeah,
like she's gonna be important in the story.
Here's Robin's role. I get what you're saying, but she definitely has a background role. But Robin's role is the most knowledgeable person of the crew. On the crew. She's the one who's been running from the world government for 20 years, right? Yeah. She has extensive knowledge on history on the world, right? So when they run across somebody like, they think this is a regular person, she can be like, no, like this is so and so from so and so. She keeps them alert because she's the one who knows things. Well, I can understand because lately I was kind of weirded out when she started getting those like comedic faces because she's never done that before. That was a little different for me. So I can understand it from that standpoint, but I like her character because it has a lot of depth. Because her past has shaped her into a really great character. She's just really like mostly serious, and like don't you find it kind of weird that someone like her would follow someone like Luffy? Like, it's such a huge different contrast in characters, right?
To be honest, like, each One Piece or even just each crew member serves a different character type, and maybe her type is just a type that I've never really liked. But, I mean, I just, a lot of the time, I just feel that she isn't needed. But, in my opinion, since the time skip, not much development has really gone on. Like, it's just been bits of reveals, but...
She hasn't done much.
The dialogue between, like, any of the Straw Hat members and shit, it doesn't feel the same as it used to. But, I mean, One Piece is still great. I can't hate on it, like, but... I don't know. It's not the same.
Robin and Crocodile have been my favorite One Piece characters. But one thing about Robin that I like is just like she just knows things. I respect that. Like I like knowledgeable characters. The only thing that I don't like that he did is made her like comic-y now. She's doing all those faces and stuff. But yeah, cause like if you think about her role as a pirate, she's the archaeologist. You're kind of like, well,
everyone on the crew has a role.
Well, So I understand. I do get where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I love Robin. But like Brooke, I mean, I still think Brooke has the most redundant role because like you're a musician. I mean, it's cool, but we don't need a musician. And you're a swordsman, which we already have one who's 8 times more competent than you are, right?
Plus, you can say the same about the new samurai guy with his kid. Like I like him there only because I want to see how. Because you know ages ago how he mentioned like the 4 famous samurai or whatever. Yeah. I'm kind of rusty, but I'm interested for when that arc will happen because that really sounds cool to me.
Yeah,
so.
But he's not part of the ship. Like he's just
another he's not like an honorary member.
That's a little different. But with Brooke, I like Brooke now, but originally I didn't like Brooke because I'm like you're a musician, we don't need you. Yeah. Frankie could play music.
Luffy always wanted one. He said.
Yeah, that's why it was funny to me. Like Luffy from day one, it's like, what do we need next? Musician. Like no. You need a doctor, man. Like no, musician. Fuck that. We need music. Which was funny to me. But and then remember when he couldn't swim for like no reason because he couldn't use his ability? That pissed me off. But now that he can use it, I'm like, you know what? Brooke's fine now. I have no problem with Brooke. Yeah. He's cool now.
Like, Frankie used to be my favorite character, and I feel like he's rarely like since Punk Hazard, he's just sort of changed. Like he's not providing the comedy that he used to. I don't know. Maybe I've read more and changed my tastes a bit, but it doesn't like feel the same as it did a couple years ago.
Frankie to me is a solid crew member. He's not the best, but he's not the worst, but he's consistently solid.
I love Frankie.
This is why I like, which is what one of my favorite crew members. Like a lot of people hate on me for this, but he's Usopp. I love Usopp.
Usopp's like a realistic one. He's not the most brave, not the most strong. He doesn't have all the powers like Zoro or Sanji or Luffy.
It's on now if you guys want to watch.
He tries, like he does his best. Like I thought he was his best when he became Soga King. Like that was
I'd like to see that again because I mean he's been a coward again in these recent chapters, and I was like, really, like, do you need to? I know you may not have had the greatest character growth over the 2-year time skip, but you're doing the shit that you did when you first appeared. Like, come on.
Here's the thing about Usopp. Usopp is a coward first and foremost. Like he'll never stop being a coward, and basically the point of his journey is to become a brave person of the sea. That is the point of him going on his journey. He wants to be brave.
Yeah.
Someone like Luffy, I don't think fully understands the concept of fear. He's too stupid. He doesn't understand it.
He's right.
He has moments where he's like, like thrown back or shocked or like, oh, that was close, like, but not like, I'm scared, like, oh, run, like, fuck, we're fucked, right? But like Zoro's a little more like, I'm badass, like, fuck you, I'll kill you. The difference. Usopp is always scared, and I respect that when it counts most, he always stands his ground because he overcomes his fear. Yeah. Even though he's scared, he's fighting against it, and I totally respect that. Because every time where it really mattered, like against Chu in Arlong arc, we had to fight. He fought it. He beat him. When they really needed him on Ennius lobbies to snipe to get Robin, he came through. And like even even here, which was it was funny to me when he screamed and knocked out that girl. Like he came back, like fuck, like he's scared, but he did come back to fight, even though he got that kicked.
That panel was so fucking weird for me because I just read like a horror seinen called Uzumaki, which is about like the addiction to spirals, and like it's the most fucked up thing I've ever read. Like it's worse than Berserk. It's mashed up, and like when their fucking eyes went out and did that, like I got really freaked out and just had to click that page off. Like,
what are you talking about?
The last One Piece chapter when Usopp ate like the really spicy like whatever it was, and he like flipped out, his eyes came out, and he like screamed really loud.
Please read Uzumaki. It's a 20 chapter series, but it's so fucked up. Like it makes me.
Was that the horror manga or something?
Yeah. It's like about this town, and so this dude gets really obsessed with spirals, and then loads of fucking crazy phenomenon keep happening, like revolving around spirals, and the art is amazing, the story is amazing, but it's so messed up.
Yeah, I know. Like,
okay, I'll check it out. It's called Uzumaki. I'll check it out. And on that note, if we're talking about like kind of like horrific, like tragic mangas, you guys should check out Kami-sama no Yuturi. It's one of my favorites. I really like it. It's
I've never heard of it.
It's what? Now that I think about it, it's fucked, man. It's basically like some kind of unknown force, I guess you could say, works in the shadows and came to school and like forced every classroom to play like I don't know what you call it, red light, green light. With this weird Daruma doll, and if you moving when it like stops, it kills you, right?
Oh shit!
Whoa.
So what happened was like with every classroom in Japan or whatever, they played the game. Let's say we're playing the game and like I win and I press the button and I turn it off, and let's say 18 other people made it, but because I pressed the button, they all die. Only I get to live, and now I'm forced into this weird survival game amongst like other people in Japan where I'm fighting for my life with these fucked up games with all this shit. And it's really like fucked up, and there's so much death and glory, but I love it. I think it's really good. You check it out.
That's always my favorite.
You're gonna have to link that to me on Twitter later. I want to check that out.
Okay.
I think whoever's in the States, I know that Viz Media has the license to it. It's about, I think it's $20 or $30 a book.
Really? Okay. Oh, and before, really quickly, I want to ask Kyle, because I remember I saw him tweeting about Skypiea. Why didn't you like that arc?
I didn't like it either.
It was just, I just felt it was lame and boring.
I never watched it.
I didn't like Skypiea, and I didn't like Thriller Bark. They were just stupid.
Yeah. Thriller Bark I can understand, but Thriller Bark for me, I'm like, all right, you ended strong, so I'll
that's what I felt like. The fight versus Oz was pretty good. I like Nightmare Luffy. That was awesome. And when Zoro took the pain, Luffy's.
Oh man, that was sick.
That was one of the that was a badass moment.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought he was going to die because that was the first time I ever really feared for a One Piece character. I was like, oh my god, like this is it. Like
Luffy?
No, for Zoro.
Yeah.
When Bartholomew Kuma came after they beat Gekko Moria, and he's like, all right, so take all of Pain's Luffy and exhaustion. I'm like, oh my god, it's over.
I liked it because it's set up for Sabodi Archipelago.
Yeah.
Like basically, I didn't like you know how Thriller Bark is. There's lots of he shows the zaniness of like One Piece.
Yeah.
The craziness, but I just didn't like the arc. I just felt stupid. But the ending was strong, so I give it that. It's set up for Sabodi Archipelago.
I'm like, Gekko Moria is a terrible villain too.
Like Sabodi Archipelago is like one of my favorite arcs. Like with the way it's set up for that was awesome. Like Kuma being like basically the Shichibukai being like really strong, and how it shows like how far the crew has to go to be.
I love that arc.
I love that they didn't win.
Kizaru was crazy in that arc. Like he cemented himself as my favorite admiral forever.
Oh, yeah, Kizaru. Oh my god,
I love Kizaru. Oh my god.
Like,
I love
him so slow.
I don't know if you remember, but I watched it animated, and like there's this guy just standing on the ship, just hanging about, and then light just hits his head, and he flies off screen in a split second. I was like, yo!
It showed how strong the admirals are. Like Kizaru was just zipping everywhere. He was like zip, zip, zip. He just launched some dude like really far, and he was taking on all the supernovas. Like he was like just locking them up one by one. I was like, how is someone this powerful? That shit was crazy.
Yeah, and
did you notice that? Sorry, go.
I said with in Sabadi, I like that they didn't win. Like it was, I know it's really cool to see the struggle they went through. Like because the Straw Hat Pirates always win and stuff, even when times are down. But like Kizaru, what was the name of the guys?
Bartholomew and Kizaru.
Yeah, like they just beat them up like nothing. Like they were ragdolls and threw them around.
Like I was watching this AMV the other day. Like someone did a tweet saying like, I bet you can't watch this One Piece AMV without getting goosebumps. And I was like, you know, it's like 4 minutes long. I can probably do this within 20 seconds. I got fucking goosebumps, and I got like another 8 times watching that. And it got to the point where Kuma was just walking about teleporting everyone, and then Luffy was just fucking banging his head on the floor, knowing he could do nothing. Like that was the hypest.
Yeah, they really showed like how far they need to go to be able.
Yeah, they're like understand that you are a fucking rookie. Like you are a rookie of the sea. Like you're not ready for the new world. You have no business being here.
And the thing is, with Luffy, he's much younger than everyone else. Luffy was like 17 at the time. Everyone else was like much older than him.
Well, Luffy, Chopper, and Usopp are the youngest. Well, Nami's also pretty young. Actually, Sanji's like 19.
Frankie's the oldest.
Yeah, Brooke is technically.
Robin's the oldest.
Well,
Brooke is technically
the oldest.
Oh wait, no.
No, Robin's 30. Frankie's like 44.
No, Frankie's 34, I think.
Are you sure?
Last time I checked. I think that was before the time skip. Brooke's like 90, I know that.
Yeah, Brooke is technically the oldest, but he's like kind of dead. But actually, you might be right. Actually, I think Frankie's 36. I think you're right. Yeah, he's 36. But Robin's a little bit younger. Right. A little bit younger. Robin's a little bit younger.
I think Nami, Usopp, and Luffy are all the same age. I think they're 19.
They're around the same age.
Zero and Sanji are like.
Talk big, but it looks like that's all you've got. You're done. Am I?